I'm actually kind of gutted there because I missed it actually popping up saying Baruuk Prime Access will be ending soon. I was busy getting ready to do something else when that popped up and I didn't have the program running to record with. But here's the reason I wanted to catch this when they actually did it, though I didn't actually expect it for at least another hour. Yes, Baruuk Prime Access is ending, making way for hildryn's Prime Access. That will of course be starting this Wednesday, March the 15th, with Hildryn Prime, the Larkspur Prime, Shade Prime, the Prime accessories, the Prime Sandana and everything else is kind of meaningless besides this. Hildryn Prime will be coming, meaning the Prime Access will end. It's the accessories that are basically meaningless because you can't get them in game, you have to buy those. And that's the big deal about Baruuk's Prime Access ending. And even though she was announced on the 3rd, yes, it kind of just says Hildryn Prime, the Larkspur Prime, Shade Prime you can kind of see because there's one image of him. There is video, but to be fair, I'm sick of editing and cutting that stuff down. They are the accessories. I kind of wish Shade was just sitting in the background behind Hildryn here. But you will have noticed the Balefire Charger Prime in that list. That's her exalted weapon, and to be fair, of course it's going to be a primed version, it's her exalted weapon. But on the 15th, when Baruuk's Prime Access ends, even though technically Patience gives way and unleashes Fury, everything else, it doesn't. Oh no, there it is. It does. I missed it because I was looking at the top thinking, well, obviously they're going to announce at the top that this is going to end. No, it's near enough at the very bottom. Baruuk Prime, the Cobran Crane Prime, and the Aphurus Prime are going nowhere. There's no need to panic about this in the slightest. The relics will still drop in game for them. The weapons can still be crafted. The only thing that is basically going from this is the prime accessories that would be the Sandana, the Ephemera, and the Mandala. That it still sucks we never got a decent look at that. Well, every now and then I do actually pick up the prime accessories even if I don't mention it, and to be fair it's just like his normal one, it just has these golden bits that move around the outside. Everything else is basically pretty much exactly the same. The Ephemera, however, this can apparently move to other players. If you've ever seen it in a relay, it moves around to other players. That would be the Ephemera, and the Sandana was really nothing to write home about. It's just a normal, really long Sandana. But that's the only thing that will actually be going into the Prime Vault. The Ephemera, the Mandala, and the Sandana. The boosters, they will probably come back with Hildryn. The Aphurus Prime, Cobran Crane Prime, Baruuk Prime, they will all still be dropping in-game, and come March 15th, they will remain in-game. It's just the Prime Access ends, and I say this every time, there's no need to panic. This is going to be a thing that stays constantly. What I don't like is Digital Extreme's constant reuse of old posts. It's not 2022, it's not November, and it's definitely not the 29th of November. It's the 13th of March, and it is literally in the news terminal right here, and that link takes you straight to it. And since we can take a time machine and see that on the 14th of December 2022, when Baruuk Prime was actually added to the game, not the 29th of November as that out-of-date website post, news post, actually states, we can see that the last Prime to be vaulted was Octavia Prime. And who came after Octavia Prime? You guessed it. Would much rather have seen a news post that says Gora Prime is being vaulted on the 15th of March 2023. She of course was released on the 25th of May 2021, and yeah, her prime accessories was basically a Kavat helmet that has a blade on it. And lots of glass stuff that comes off it. I did like that one. I think that's one of the ones that I cannot remember if I even picked that up. But it does mean the Astilla Prime and the Volnus Prime will be entering the Prime Vault with Gora. And that's a damn shame because they're two pretty decent weapons. You'd think... Oh, yes, I didn't get that one. That ephemera there has bugged me ever since because I didn't get it. Because it's just shards of glass kind of rotating around that annoyingly they reused as... We'll just put it... A new Warframe's idle animation where she has orange shards floating around her. Yeah, it was the ephemera from Gora's Prime accessories. Anyway, the Volnus Prime was pretty decent. I liked that thing. Her signature glass hammer. The Estilla Prime was... I really want to see an okay shotgun. It could have been made better because it was primed, but they will be entering the Prime Vault, and what that means is the relics for Gora Prime, the Estilla Prime, and the Volnus Prime, any relic that has these dropping on it will be entering the Prime Vault. You will not be able to obtain them in-game. You will, however, still be able to crack the relics that you have, because they will not be getting removed, craft Gora, craft the Estilla Prime, craft the Volnus Prime, trade the parts for them, trade the relics for them. The Prime Vault now just means new relics will no longer be dropping. Existing ones can be cracked open, traded, the parts can still be traded, the parts can still be found if you have a relic or you're playing with somebody who cracks one of those relics. You can still get the parts, you can sell the parts, you can craft the parts, you can craft the weapons, you can craft the Warframe. It's just that new relics will not be dropping come the 15th of March 2023. Still says the same thing. So Baruuk Prime will be staying. You can still get the relics, you can still build him, you just cannot get a hold of his accessories. Gora Prime with the Estilla Prime and the Volnus Prime will be entering the Prime Vault, meaning new relics will not be dropping for these. And Hildryn Prime with the Larkspur Prime that I'm actually looking forward to getting my hands on because I did like the original one. It could have been better. This should fix everything I didn't like about it. Really hoping it's a lot better. Shade Prime, finally we're going to have a new Prime Sentinel because we haven't had one in a long time, and as I've stated and been corrected on many times, once again proving sometimes I am right, because there is actively no Prime that does not exist outside of the Prime Resurgence, as they now called it. Every Prime, once Atlas Prime took, they said Shade, Death Cube with him, all Prime Sentinels are in the vault. Yes, they sometimes come out, but there hasn't been one in so long, they've all been vaulted. Shade is the only unvaulted Prime Sentinel, so looking forward to that as well, plus Shade goes really well with a good Loki setup. On March 15th, possibly about 2 PM ET. I just really wish that when they actually edited this news post from November last year, that they actually mentioned in here the fact that it's going to be Gora Prime that is entering the Prime Vault. The fact it's not listed there is insulting to anybody currently farming for Gora Prime. It is a damn shame because... oh, they were so good. And for the record, Wukong Prime, the Huge Prime, and the Nikondi, whatever that is pronounced, Prime, is what was vaulted when Gora came out. So, we got a good frame, lost a good frame. We got a good frame, lost Octavia. Losing Gora, but we are gaining Hildryn, and more importantly, a new Prime Sentinel. To be fair, that only leaves... oh yeah! 3 other Sentinels they could possibly prime. Or is it 4? I can never remember. Still waiting on that primed Kavat, if I'm being 100% honest. But we'll get a prime Coolbro first, instead of a prime skinned Coolbro. That would be nice. But with that, we'll leave this off here. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.